sound test, you know how it goes down. I'm the best of the best. I mean, I'm the worst of the worst. You motherfucking jerk. Now tell me how it hurts. And tell me how it works. I'm the best of the best of the motherfucking worst. Tell me how it hurts. Oh, you fucking jerk. Tell me how it hurts. And tell me how it works. I'm the best of the best of the motherfucking worst. Oh, you jerk. Tell me how it hurts. Man. I'm the best of the best, the motherfucking worst. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it works. You jerk. Yeah. I'm the best of the best, or the motherfucking worst. Oh, how it hurts. Oh, how it works. You jerk. You jerk. I'm the best of the best, or the motherfucking worst.
Obsession. Someone you can't live without. I say, fall head over heels, find someone you can love like crazy and who'll love you the same way back. Forget your head and you listen to your heart.
Giving it. And then put it on my YouTube. I got the Twitch, the Twitter, Facebook, all that shit coming through, but the YouTube ain't doing shit. Yeah. I'm trying to do a sound test on the YouTube. I got it coming through on the Facebook, the Twitch, and the Twitter. But yeah. This shit, I don't know. connection, say 29 frames per second. Who you gotta do? Get it in for somebody come in and steal your shit.
Go LA. Go LA. Go LA, man. I see you trying to get loaded up. I got the moon mixed up.
Be deliriously happy, though. Please leave yourself open to me.
Be deliriously happy. I shall do my utmost.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there. Ow! And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Dun, 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 dun. He and the Greek Freak are...
Everyone is in their seats here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the 76ers right now, they're focused on kicking off to a good start on the road trip here. Just a reminder, and of course, Tobias Harris. This phase, really the integration phase, as he's getting into the new flow with his new team. An exciting time for him for sure.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. Yeah, he thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. You know, certain teams, Chris, look fantastic during the regular year, but once they get to the playoffs, they really struggle. They can't seem to find themselves. Why is that?
Well, one thing is that certain teams are just built to win regular season games. When you can hone in on a team for 7 games, can they make an adjustment? Can they play together? In the playoffs, you need star power that's working together. You need everyone on the same page. What you did during the season no longer works in the playoffs. How can the coaches, how can your teammates, how can you make everyone better and adjust at the same time? If you're lacking in any area, you're vulnerable.
They become exposed, don't they?
You become exposed because what you do every night may not be an advantage against the team that you're about to play in a 7-game stretch. Yeah, definitely. Teams are vulnerable. You have to hone in and, again, be the best version of you so you can adapt to any situation in that game.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Jimmy Butler is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Butler against LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Butler. Embiid's got his first bucket of the night. And here's Los Angeles. 4-point game. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Muscala. Hits the front of the rim and out. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Redick. Kicks to Harris. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Kuzma.
And when Kuzma is motivated on defense, it helps big time. He needs to be more consistent on this end.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Ball with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Caldwell Pope against Redick. And there's the pass to Embiid. Now here's Butler. Embiid drives in. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Redick after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Poke loose. Butler against Kuzma. Embiid wide open. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Embiid's got his second bucket. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Inside. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Dishes it to Simmons. Harris outside. Clock at 6. The putback, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 6.
Well, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
And extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. Play call, they really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Anthony comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Carmelo Anthony.
Now here's LeBron. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Lakers with possession here. Kuzma passes to James. to the left wing. Ball kicks to McGee to stop the run. LeBron can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, with Embiid, the only thing that is going to slow him down or has slowed him down so far, C-Webb, is injuries.
Well, people forget that Embiid would have been the top pick in his draft if he was fully healthy. I mean, too often do great big men have their careers derailed because of injuries. Embiid, though, I think Embiid has overcome his rough patch of health. I mean, I think he's going to be a monster as long as he stays on the floor.
Lakers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. 2 shots.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Kuzma. The Lakers with LeBron wasted no time trying to surround him with free agent signings, Greg, to help round out the supporting cast.
Names came in rapid succession after LeBron committed. Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Stevenson all joined in short order. We'll see how far this team goes, but you cannot deny how interesting things have gotten with this roster.
And there were a lot of hidden gems, Chris, in that 2017 draft, and Kyle Kuzma is right at the top of the list.
Well, Kuzma was taken with the 27th overall pick, but he looks like a top 5 pick if you ask me. He probably was just for being a 3-year player at Utah, but that time in college allowed him to hone his skill set. I mean, he came into the league with a wide variety of very polished moves.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
I absolutely love the fire they showed on the road. You really could tell they wanted that one.
Now here's LeBron, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Puts it up from 12. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 6. In a wide-open look for Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got... Three assists now in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. The drive by James, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Redick with it. Now Anthony defending. Redick with the bucket.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Here's Simmons. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Pass to Embiid. He kicks it to Simmons. Just 4 to shoot. Redick for 3. Ball with the rebound. Lakers trail by 10. And James gets it to go on the assist by Anthony.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
And that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Harris outside. Back to Simmons. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Simmons got 6.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the bucket by the Lakers. Harris against Kuzma. Unloads from 9, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to New Orleans. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Over Harris. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 8 points for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside, Simmons. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
Here's Ball, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Ball's got his first bucket of the night.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
And Butler gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Kuzma. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his third assist on the night.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
And with Brown, he has the trust of the players because they have gone through the same trying time.
And let's not undervalue what stability has meant for this group. Having a coach like Coach Brown, who has been through the ups and downs with the Sixers, it makes players play that much harder for him.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Joel Embiid. 43 seconds left in the first. And stolen by James. Here's Kuzma. 2 free throws coming up, and they call it a shooting foul.
Wow, he's such an active guy, Kev. It's hard to guard Kuzma and not foul him sometimes.
And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
Yeah, and for being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Brandon Ingram comes in for Anthony. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ball. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Rondo. McConnell finds Simmons. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Drills the three-pointer. Ennis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lakers trail by 13. Fires from 14. And it's McConnell with the rebound.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Passes it to Scott. Shoots over Kuzma. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
their leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it. But with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Oh, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Bullock in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The first free throw is good. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird, who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they refused to go away. Things were looking bleak for a while, but they hung tough.
And it's stopped with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
3-point range for his days at Duke. Ingram shoots with range.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Kicks to Ennis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get... right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The 76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw drops for Ennis. And Chris, with the way the 76ers have taken huge steps forward, what should the expectations be for this team the next few years?
I wouldn't be surprised, Kev, if they were competing for a title in a few seasons. I mean, they have a very flexible cap to improve their roster, and anything less than that, I think, should be viewed as a disappointment.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Tyson Chandler is checked in for James, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Kyle Kuzma.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Here's Ingram. Makes it off the glass. Ingram's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not 7. Ingram uses his size and athleticism getting to the paint.
McConnell passes to Ennis. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Ennis. Lakers trail by 8. For 3, Ingram. The rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Ennis, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Joel Embiid.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least. Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Beasley left side. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
That's tipped. The 76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Rondo. McConnell scanning the floor. Here's Johnson, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
You know what? And not a bad foul there. Johnson, an excellent finisher inside.
We talk about players working hard, but also being smart. I'm sure there are some training methods, C-Web, that you think translate well to success on the court.
Good nutrition has become more and more popular. That, along with rest and then cardio, you must be in shape because the game and the pace of the game is so much faster. So, yes, you have to be smart in your training methods, especially for your recuperation, especially for your rehabilitation. If there's any injuries, you want to try to stay fresh while you're giving your all. And that's tough, especially back-to-back in an 82-game season. That can be tough, but it's something that you must focus on, and that's your health.
I can only imagine. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The 76ers also with a sub. Butler, he's checked in for Simmons. And isn't it amazing how overnight the Lakers went from a rebuilding team to a contending team now with LeBron?
Yeah, whatever team LeBron has been on has always been a threat to make the finals. Magic Johnson knows that. He was always a threat to make the finals. 9 for him, 8 for LeBron. And the Lakers recognize and know that they have a 4-year window with LeBron now. Titles are a standard for Magic Johnson and the Lakers, and their commitment to bringing LeBron in shows that.
That free throw good from Butler. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Redick comes in for Ennis, and Simmons subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Stevenson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on J.J. Redick. The Lakers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
And that one falls for Stevenson. Well, see, Webb, there were a ton of huge personalities on this 76ers team, from the stars right on down to the rotation players.
Well, it starts with the Embiid. You know, he's talking junk out there. And think about the quiet swagger that Simmons plays with. This group genuinely get along, and they play for each other. The trials they went through to get here as a core, they should have all the confidence in the world.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Here's LeBron. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. James has got it back down to within single digits for the Lakers. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Lakers second, the 76ers third.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
Hart, no good. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Butler. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Here's Hart. Hits the three-point bomb. Hart's got his first 3 points of the game.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter, and you got to come check him. And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
And it's Stevenson missing. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Well, Greg, what amazed me was they could sustain nothing on offense. They'd make a couple of buckets, then go right back into their shell.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Mike Muscala. Anthony comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Hart. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Harris is checked in. And Chris Simmons, a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball position.
He's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and done.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's Ball. That shot off the mark. Simmons with the defensive effort. Feeds to Harris. It's hauled in by LeBron.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Anthony kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Embiid with the steal. 1:56 left to play here in the half. And the pass to Redick. And here is Butler. 5 to shoot. Over Anthony. A reverse. And Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got 10 points.
and they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. It's stolen by Harris. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he overshot that one, missing.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really it had the same effect.
And it's Butler missing. Lakers trail by 9. LeBron James on the win. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's 11 points for LeBron.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Scotty's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Los Angeles guys shooting well, 50% from the floor. Ball kicks to LeBron. Here's Anthony. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Philadelphia lead. And for the 76ers, they're shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. The 3 from Anthony. And another 3 for the Lakers. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Simmons.
And the ability of Caldwell Pope to get in the shooter's head. Love having a guy like him who puts a lot of energy into the defense.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Amir, you guys really changed the energy level tonight. What has been the focus?
Just playing with a sense of urgency. You know, we made some mistakes last game, and we're playing much better this game. We got to clean up on a few mistakes and just playing with a sense of urgency.
Amir, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the 3, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. Thanks for... He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the 3, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. Thanks for... He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Fairly even first couple of quarters. The second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul called on the defender.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Lakers trail by 4. And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, 2 of the greatest players to ever play the game, is Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, and right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, that's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year, and I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Tobias Harris is out there with Embiid, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from LeBron. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic in seeing when one of his guys is open.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
To the left wing, here's Ball. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The 76ers leading by 3. Outside, Redick. Shoots from 8. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Simmons got 14 points.
You see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down.
James misses. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Got that bucket in no time at all. And now it's an 8-point Philadelphia lead.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Here's Ball. Deep 2 from Anthony. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Inside, here's Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
He's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And without a doubt, the voice of this team, the face of this franchise, is center Joel Embiid. Chris, he's embraced it from the beginning.
The 76ers knocked it out the park when they took the risk of drafting Embiid. To have a star like Embiid be so personable, it's rare. I mean, he's practically the voice of the city.
Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Ingram comes in for Anthony. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Stevenson outside. Here's Kuzma. That one wide left.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Back to Ennis. Loose. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ennis has got 9 points.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Kuzma, and it's good for 2. Kuzma's got 19 points.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
McConnell finds Johnson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Beasley, the pass to Johnson. That shot is off. Good D by LeBron. Over Beasley. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from James.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron? One of the best to ever play the game.
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
Some changes for the Lakers. Muscala, he's checked in for LeBron. Reggie Bullock comes in for Lance Stevenson, and Hart subbed in for Ball. Now here's Ennis. 9 points in the game so far. Inside, it's deflected.
A 7'3" wingspan, Ingram's reach makes him a defensive factor.
Muscala misses. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Johnson. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Brandon Ingram. Putting up about 10 points a night, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Now McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ennis taking his time here. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Muscala's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Kuzma. And the Lakers with another miss. Philadelphia leading by 6. Here's Simmons. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ingram. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Simmons finds Johnson. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Lakers, number 1.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You know, Kevin, it's interesting that, Johnson has become a better long-range shooter, but his free throw shooting has been erratic. I mean, it's clear he has the touch to shoot well at the line. I wonder if it's mental.
Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Tobias Harris comes in for James Ennis. And he sinks the second. Lakers trail by 7. the feed to Muscala. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
But Luke Walton, he's definitely a coach players like to play for. I mean, it helps that he was a player not too long ago. Both stars and role players appreciate the candor and the opportunity he provides them.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Butler's checked in. And with Walton, you hear players talk about the leeway that he allows them.
And that extra bit of trust Walton gives goes a long way. It's why so many rookies have been able to flourish under him. Young players develop. And you let them learn on the fly, and Walton has done a good job of creating that environment.
And McConnell gets it to go.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Ingram. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ingram's got 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harris outside. Lets it go with the 3. Bullock with the rebound. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Kuzma. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He's done almost no damage from 3-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
Lakers trail by 4. Ingram wide open, and again it's the Lakers.
He's quick on the draw. You got to understand that Ingram is comfortable firing as soon as he catches passes.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Right side, Butler. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Kuzma kicks to Muscala, and it's all evened up. Muscala's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Outside Butler. 1:22 left here in the third quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
That's good from Simmons. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
3 from Stevenson. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers lead it. Down low, here's Harris. The Lakers with the rebound. Muscala's got his 6th rebound on the night. Stevenson passes the ball. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And a wide open look for Simmons. Hits it from 3-point range. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Anthony against Butler. Here's Stevenson. It's on target from the high post. 29 seconds left in the third. To the paint. And it's Scott with the jam.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ball kicks to Stevenson. Ball against Simmons. Anthony, no one around, gets the three-pointer to fall. Anthony's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. And it's Scott with the jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. 76ers ahead, leading by just 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. All out there with Lance Stevenson. Then it's Anthony, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Muscala in a power forward position. That's the Laker 5. Anthony's shot is off.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Redick finds Embiid. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. Lakers trail by 4. Outside Anthony. Over Butler. Anthony can't hit.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now here's Redick. Pass to Butler. 76ers moving the ball around. It's deflected. Stevenson inside the three-point line. And again, the Lakers no good.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Butler feeling out a bit. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Timeout called the Lakers. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense on it because what they've been doing so far is not working.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Muscala. James comes in for Anthony. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Here's James. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. James has got 19 points.
And James loves torching defenders with his pull-up jumper. Play up on him, he goes by you. Play off, he'll pull up.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, fellas, a putback like that is always a big swing. Not just in terms of points, but the momentum, too.
And here's Redick. Here's Simmons. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. LeBron passes to Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
And it only takes a few buckets for Kuzma to get going. He's a crafty, dangerous scorer.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. Over LeBron. Butler, no good.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
To the inside. And the dunk by James.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
And now with all the momentum on this side here late, you got to think they've got the upper hand.
Here is Harris after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside, Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
Butler against LeBron. Poked away. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Simmons. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
The speed is Simmons. It's hard to keep pace, but he excels at using it to capitalize in transition.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Harris inside. He's against Kuzma. Harris finds Simmons. Butler on the wing. Guarded by McGee. Butler, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow down.
Whoa!
Love how fierce James is. A ferocious dunk artist.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Outside, Simmons. Redick with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the dish to McGee to take the lead. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 10 points here in the second half.
He excels at scoring from the mid-range. Kuzma is awesome at making use of these spots on the floor.
Outside, Simmons. Hook shot. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Easy to see why Simmons is on the floor. He's terrific at capitalizing during important parts of the game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You know, you watch Ben Simmons play, and it isn't a surprise, Chris, that he's a threat to go off for a triple-double every time he suits up.
Simmons is going to have a lot of triple-doubles in his career. Great size and a knack for the ball when it comes to rebounding.
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Kuzma against Embiid. Kuzma kicks to Anthony. And here's Ingram from the arc. And Embiid pulls it down.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And you can see the leadership there that Butler possesses, commanding the rock on important possessions here down the stretch.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. The offensive rebound. Ball. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Taking on a bigger responsibility over time. I mean, you got to respect Ball's tenacity during important moments.
Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. McConnell with it. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. Now, here's Ball. Anthony dishes to LeBron. Over Harris, and James with the basket on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 5 assists tonight. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Embiid throws it down.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. Knows how to capitalize during important stretches of game.
James kicks the ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, easy call.
For your Lakers, Lonzo. Good on the first, and that ties the game up.
Quiet, easygoing nature, that's what Ball brings. That's what makes him so likable. He's someone his team loves to play for, and they genuinely respect.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Anthony's shot is off, and James picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Inside. There's Embiid. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Yep, it counts. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 notch for Los Angeles.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.